Hey guys, welcome back and welcome if you are new. My name is Mandy and today I'm going to kind of put together some of the planner that I now have in my Etsy shop. So I wanted to show you what's in there. I already have some things cut down and printed, cut down and put into my my disc planner here, but I do have a couple more that I need to do. So let's get to that. So first of all, I'm really excited about this planner. It's kind of the one you've been seeing in my planner for a couple weeks now, or maybe even months if I'm thinking about it. Time just goes by so fast. And it is what I call like my homeschool and life planner, or just I guess home and life planner that I've created recently. So we have some dailies in there, or and you guys, there's more options. I just didn't print them all because I printed what I'm going to use. There's this daily printout here that I really like for time blocking. So what I would do is I like to call my time block something. So if it's like my work block, I would put work and the time here, and then the things that I need to do here. If it's my homeschool block, I would put homeschool and the times there. So that's what the idea is for this. Obviously, when you buy a planner from me on Etsy and you print it yourself, you do what you want to do with it and you have it forever. So this is a daily. I went ahead and printed a couple of those so I can have some dailies for the month, because sometimes I just need a daily and I need to get it all out of my brain. And then the other side is note page, so I can make any notes. So I have quite well, not that many. I have about 4 of those. I like to set up my month on one of these. I like to just kind of like think about different random categories and either write notes or lists for those things. Maybe some highlights. It could be a reflection page for the end of the month or going into a new month. I just really like those pages. By the way, these first couple pages I accidentally printed on regular copy paper, so if you can see through them, that's why. Typically, I don't. I use a much heavier, well, not much, but I use a heavier weighted paper. So once we get to this one, you can't see them as much. But I wanted to point that out because you're probably like, why can you see through? And then I have my monthly here. Now, in the shop, what do I have there? Notification coming up. In the shop, there is an option with days of the week and without days of the week, because I know some people like to start on a Sunday, some people like to start on a Monday. So there's options where this is blank, but I like to have it written in for myself. I have a notes page. You guys have probably seen this pretty often as well. This is one I like to put in every month. I started using it like maybe every week, but then it just was a little bit too much. I didn't have time to do it every week, but I like doing this. I like doing my ideal routine here, but if not, I have like a nice, long list I can have going. I like writing like a verse or a quote or something that's inspiring and motivating to me there. Here's where I write out my different goals. I try to keep it to 6, and I shouldn't say goals, it's more of a focus, and then what are my goals within those focuses. I actually have these labeled, but in the shop they are not labeled. I put places to visit, big happenings, more of, less of, because usually I'm filling this out for like our day-to-day or as a family. And I really like that. And then this is kind of like week 1, 2, 3, 4, or just, whatever I choose. So that is what's going on with that page. And I absolutely love that page. This one I fill out sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This is more of like if you have a bunch of habits for the week. I actually put this in only once, but you can print however many you want for whatever you need. I put this in one time so that way I can have it for the month. However, I do like I like having time blocks of my day and then having habits within those blocks. So that's kind of the idea of this too, is like I can have like a morning, a second morning, an afternoon, an evening, or whatever. But for right now, I'm using it more for the month. And then I like that I can have different like projects happening here or something with some tasks for that, or I can write my goals down and a few different things that I need to do in order to meet that goal. So there's so many different ways. I have this one printed again because I love it so much, and I like to have one for life and homeschool. So there's that one with some note pages. I'm all about note pages. This I definitely use more for homeschool, but again, it was like printed on the wrong kind of paper. But it can be used in so many different ways. I like to keep lists for things. So for example, what I need to do for YouTube, what I need to do for Etsy, like, and then maybe this room in my house or this like area of my life and so forth. But recently I've more been using it for like a monthly overview for homeschool. So what do I need to, like, my my youngest like has like 4 weeks of the month. So what book are we reading and what are we focusing on? And, you know, then I'll do like science and history, stuff like that. So if you guys ever want more details in my planning, just let me know and we can kind of go back through some ones that I've filled out or maybe do one together. And then we get into my weekly. So this is where I had to print up some new ones for myself. So this side is homeschool. And then I have a time blocking personal page here. I only needed one of them. So, I mean, that's what's in the shop is what I use and need. So, this is a 1-pager and I love the double list so I can kind of separate them a little bit. A lot of times I will write down what I need to get done this week and then what needs to get done over time because a lot of things come to my head and I need somewhere to write that down. And then I just look over this at the end of the week when I start a new week and transfer those items to the next week for like what I need to get done. And sometimes I don't fill it out, but a lot of times I just want to fill out what my day is going to be like if I need to kind of make sure that I need to stay on track in my timing and stuff like that. And then here I'll write down my like what's going on for the day or some tasks I just really need to get done because typically I do write down what's going on for the day, you know, in my monthly, but nowhere else in my weekly do I usually write down like our appointments and stuff. So I do usually put them here. And then this I just like for like keeping track of my water because I have such a big water bottle that filling it up 3 times it works for me. It's like a, what is that? Is that a 40 ouncer? I think it's 40 ounces. And then I'll try to fill in my workout here, maybe what's for dinner here, or I do have category days. So sometimes I'll put my category days there. Here's my homeschool. So there are other options. I have one without these categories here and blanks here. So, and then of course you can go by days of the week. I actually go by days of the week up here, but we do school 4 days a week instead of 5. So it's, you know, at least it's flexible and can be done for or worked out for however you like to manage your schedule. I do want to note here, I printed this set here for my weekly. And when you print these out on your computer, I don't know if yours is going to be the same as mine, but I always have to check the scale. If it does not say 100% for like a typical 8.5 by 11 paper, it will show these markings here. These are for cutting it down. My printer, for some reason, always defaults to 92%. So, and I forgot to check the scale setting. So that's why you see those. It doesn't bother me that much, but I am glad that I noticed it because my next pages, as you can see here, don't have that. So I changed my scale to 100%. Now, I also want to note here that if you are doing an like a classic size planner, I scale my classic size down to 85%, and I made the PDFs that are in my shop for this for you guys to have these marks because some of you guys like to print down smaller than 8.5 by 11. And how I do that is I go into my printer setting, like when I go to print, I hit print and then I check the scale and I change it to 85%. That's for the classic size. I think that's 9 by 7.25, or is it 9.25 by 7? But that's the classic size for the Happy Planner anyway. I always just Google what I want, like what printer scale do I use for the classic Happy Planner size, and it will tell me the percentage, and it has worked. So I don't use anything other really than 8.5 by 11 or the classic size, so big or classic, because that's typically what I use for planning. I have actually scaled it down a little bit smaller Like this one, I scaled down to, I think, 70 here, because I actually want to cut this out and put it in my classic. So I have scaled it down to try to fit it like mini size or something, but I don't do the other types of planners that some people ask me for, like A2 or 12, or I don't know. I'm like, I don't know those ones, you guys, I'm sorry. But do check your scale when you go to print, because you want to make sure that if you're doing 8.5 by 11, it's 100% scale. And if you're doing the classic size, it's 85% scale, and so forth. And if you're not sure, you can always Google it, like I always have to do. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and insert these into my planner here and show you the rest. So let's do this. I have my Happy Planner punch here. It's going to be loud. And I just put it right in there. And then, so I do have two layouts for my weekly. So I have homeschool, I have personal time blocking here, and then I have my home and family here. I love to have, you know, my tasks written out for myself. And then I love to have some blanks. What I like to do here is put down like what I need to do in the order of my day kind of thing. And then these, by the way, there are lines right here. I fixed that. I just ended up printing all these and then realized the lines are missing there. I like having the lines there. They help me with writing, but they're obviously not needed, but they are helpful for me. So I have tasks that I already filled in and lines. For blanks, I do have some blanks here too. My inspiration for this was to write down what I'm going to have for dinner that night, so I'm prepared, especially, you know, as like one of my habits is to plan and prep for dinner here. But, you know, it doesn't even have to have anything written on it, whatever, or it can just be like to-dos or something. But my idea is that I'm probably going to write down what's for dinner, because I find that I can have dinner ready and more available throughout the day. Like I'm ready if I'm thinking about it early on. So that's kind of what I'm going to do there. And then these boxes here are going to be like those things that I need to get done that day. They might be from this list that I, you know, might have sat down and wrote down a little bit earlier, or something that's come from that. But something that I kind of have to do. Maybe it's an appointment or something like that. So yeah, this is my home and family section. I'm going to keep track of my habits here, and the different tasks that I do every week. And I also have other options for this weekly layout. I have ones without the habits, so blank, and I think I have that in here, but it has tasks. I have an option for no tasks, but habits. So there are habits. There's one with habits, but without the tasks, so you can write your own tasks in. And then I have one that don't have any tasks or habits, and one with no tasks, habits, or days of the week, in case you don't want to start your week on a Monday, or you don't like the fonts. I even took the habit days of the week out too. I'm not sure if I printed that though, because I am using this and I really wanted it to be useful for me. So let's go ahead and continue building this for myself. And then I think I have a couple more here. Okay, one more, and I think this is my last week. So this, what I've done is I have my, let's see here, homeschool. Yeah. Homeschool. And then, so this is blanks, but it does have days of the week. And again, my lines aren't on mine, but they will be on the one that you get in the PDF. And I just wanted to print this out to show you too that there is room to write something there. So you don't have to worry that the space is too small. I did make sure, even though mine was typed for myself and anybody else who wants the same, you know, habits and tasks that I do, you'd be surprised. People do want them with the same things that I do. And I totally get that, because I love a guide myself. And then on the end is note paper. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this at the end, and I'm going to kind of flip through this and show you my layout, the way that I like to have things, because I also have other stuff in, I mean, there's stuff that you can create your own planner for the year, you guys, with this bundle. So I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy just being able to get so many different options of planners. So this I printed out, and I obviously printed it smaller, a classic size, but I love putting in the classic size or mini size into my bigger planners. This I am going to use for a weekly meal plan. So I want one of these in for each week. I think I'm currently using the one that's in here. So what I'm going to do is, I only have 2 right now, but I will print more if I need more. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it in each week. And I'm going to I probably will prepare this earlier than the week. I mean, that's the plan, because on my Wednesdays is make menu plan. So that is when I will go to the next week and I will pull out this insert and make a menu plan. The other side, I can use it for menu planning if I want, but I don't have to. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put what I need to prep, make this the days of the week, and I only really need it Monday through Friday, so I only made it 5 spots. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put like what I'm going to need to prep on that day. So that way I'm not wondering, looking over the recipe going, what do I need to do? And then this is nice because it's gonna, when I create the meal plan for here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then what's kind of going on the days here, what I think I'm gonna do is put like what I need to make ahead of time here. So kind of like my to-do list for what I need to cook early on a prep day. And then I'm really liking this because every morning I kind of have to like take certain things or do certain things that have to do with my, eating and nutrition. So this is specifically for that. But obviously this page can be used so many different ways. You don't even have to print these double-sided the way I did. You can print them how you want to. This could be a homeschool one, one left side, and this could be right side. I mean, so many different things you can do with your own. So that is going to be my typical weekly pages here. So as you can see, I have tasks but no habits on that one. I think there's 5 different options for these, you guys, total. And then we have my note pages. I love note pages. And I just inserted this into a Happy Planner notebook. So if you guys are inspired to make your own planner, you can do what I did, get one of your favorite designs, and create your own planner. And that's what the whole inspiration for this planner is. There are so many more options, you guys. I didn't print them. I'm sorry. I couldn't print them just for the month. I do have this available too. Here we go. So this is the Happy Planner big size. So this is one of the yearly calendar style pages you will get. Obviously this looks like it's set up more for homeschool, and it is, but I also like the idea of using this for just anything else. Now I did put student, so you can kind of cover that up. But I mean, isn't this just a great way to look at the whole year and kind of organize your life if you have some goals you're trying to meet or something? So I just double-sided it because I do have 2 kids in school right now. And yeah, I'm excited to use this actually. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, so I'm just going to put it up front here. But I do have my classic planner here that I figured I would kind of show you because I am using my classic for my month right currently. So what I do is, again, you have these nice marks here, and this one's smaller, which is what I wanted, but these are the classic size. So I'm going to put them together, and I'm just going to kind of show you how if this will let me, I'm going to show you how I cut them down. So I don't know how you guys choose to cut yours, but I try to use the outside. Where is it? I try to use the outside little line there. I don't know if you can see that. And that usually keeps it at that, like I said, 8.5, or classic size is, oh, I should have cut that a little bit more, is 85%. But sometimes it's a little big. I don't know if it's me cutting it wrong or what, but all right, so let's see how I did. That looks pretty good. Some of the marks are still there. So it's probably a little bit bigger than 8.5 by 11, or I keep saying that, the classic size. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of cut it down just a little bit. And honestly, like, that's what I do. I typically end up having to do, just, you know, it's never perfect. So if you're out there thinking like, how do they get their pages perfect? I don't know anybody who really can, unless you have like the best machine ever. All right, I feel like this side probably is a little big, but what I'll do is kind of measure them up to what's currently in there, especially something that comes from the Happy Planner. And yeah, I need to cut down the side. So I need to probably next time go by the other line instead of the outside line. The thing is when I go by the outside line, it never ends up being, I can't see some of the lines as I'm cutting. So, all right, that's good. I'm going to, oh yes, it's really good, because then I know it's really good when it lines up pretty perfectly. And then I'm going to put this in my planner. So this is my homeschool planner. I'm currently using it for home and life. So it's getting a little big. But what I wanted to do is get my February one in here. So here we go. Yay. Okay. I purposely double-sided this, you guys. I don't know if, let me take that out so you can see. I don't know if you want to, like, I just wanted to show you guys, sometimes I do it double-sided, so I'm not having to have 2-page, like, I'll make this smaller sometimes and, you know, I can flip it. But I also wanted to show you there is an option for your time blocking page with a habit tracker on it as well, and a list. I like the 2 lists right now in my life, but sometimes I like having that habit tracker. Especially if you don't want this page at all and you like the idea of this, or 2 of these and 1 of these, or whatever you need to do, and you like the idea of a habit tracker. So yeah, that is an idea and an option. Some of the other pages, now I can't guarantee because I might have made some adjustments, but I do have, I was gonna say, I probably have some other pages in here. Where are they? No. I thought a lot of this is my homeschool planner, so if you guys are interested in the homeschool planner stuff, check that out in my shop too. You're getting a little flip through. Maybe in August. No, those aren't on there, but okay. So if you are curious about the planner, go check it out. It's linked down below in my Etsy shop. I seriously love it. I've been using it for a couple months now. And I think that you can do so many different things with it to make a planner for yourself for the whole year. There's also a monthly that is only on 1 page, a vertical style monthly. There are, gosh, I can't think right now. There's different, I know that there's some pages I didn't print and I can't think of them right now. So go check it out. It's linked down below. Thank you guys so much for being here today and checking this out with me. I hope that you enjoy the planner. Let me know if you get it. And I'm just thankful, so thankful. Many of you guys come back to my YouTube channel and my shop, and I'm just so grateful to have your business, you guys. All of my proceeds for, like, whatever I make from Etsy, I know they take a lot, but whatever I make, I am always so grateful because I use it for our homeschool curriculum, you guys. And I thank you guys so much for your support. So Thank you so much. If you liked this video and you like my shop and everything, please hit the like button. It helps me out so much and it gives me all the love. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out some other videos I have or up to come. And have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye, guys. Thank you.